Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Review or Die podcast, episode 3. And I'm here as always, Ryzergick, and I'm back with Toby.
Hello, hello. Good to see you all.
So he's
Well,
still
actually, I
here.
can't see you, but the sentiment remains.
He's creepy, isn't he? Anyway, last time we continued our Oscar discussion with the picks for Best Animated Feature, Best Foreign Feature, and Best Family Feature. That's what I was right. Today we're going to move on to actors and actresses. So, I think we have to start by mentioning the great, the wonderful Ralph Fiennes.
His exceptional performance in the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Then again, isn't he exceptional in everything? Really? Isn't he?
Do I question you on this?
I'm trying to think of something I've seen with him not good in. That's really badly worded.
He is always very good value. I've got to say.
There's a version I've seen of Jane Eyre, I believe. I think it was Jane Eyre. Where he played the male lead, and I can't remember the name of the character now. Anyway, even...
Are you thinking of the Duchess?
No.
He's very good in that.
The Duchess. He was in that.
Keira Knightley.
I didn't see it because Keira Knightley's in it.
Oh, she's good in that as well.
Anyway, moving on back onto the topic of Ralph Fiennes.
Of course,
Because
yes.
of the Grand Budapest.
Of course, yeah.
He
And
does comedy so well.
it seems to be this untapped talent of, timing and fun that I've never seen from him before. It's a great performance.
I want more. He has to do more stuff like that.
He should, yeah. It's amazing that he's just been completely let loose and let go, and he's just like there's no restraint on him in his performance. It's brilliant to watch. Apparently, Johnny Depp was considered for that character.
That role.
Yeah,
I'm glad it didn't, because Johnny Depp's been going downhill in my eyes.
yeah. I could not see him in it now because Ralph Fiennes has created this. Oh, it's just a masterful depiction. It's a brilliant skill that he has in creating this character who is so lovable, like a lovable rogue, isn't he? He's
Well, he
brilliant.
is, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you liked him in it as well.
I just wasn't expecting it. I thought he was still going to be the mean guy. I really did. So, anyone else you can think top of your head for best actor?
Yeah. For me, I'd go. Listen. It would be fantastic if Ralph Fiennes won it.
Yeah.
Of course it would, but I don't think the Academy is going to reward such a, shall we say, fun.
No, it's
Performance.
It's too common, isn't it?
They like serious work, and if we're going to go down the serious path, I feel we should talk about Eddie Redmayne in The Theory of Everything.
Which I've not seen.
It's a great film.
I will
It's
see it.
fantastic. He takes it to another level though, with his performance. He has to embody Stephen Hawking, and he essentially transforms into Stephen Hawking before your very eyes. The physicality of his performance is astonishing. Every little twitch of his face is just incredible because it's a very, it's an expressive performance, but yet it's very contained because obviously he's depicting someone with a disability, and it's remarkable how he does it. I really do not know how, but I mean, after about half an hour of the film, I was like, I'm watching Stephen Hawking here, and to think that is absolutely incredible. Very, very thorough. It must have been thoroughly researched. It must have been, a dedicated way of getting into that mindset and physical mode. So I applaud him no end for his performance and representation of Stephen Hawking.
What springs to my mind when you were saying that then, I was just thinking of Daniel Day-Lewis in My Left Foot.
There's something, that's a good comparison. There's something to it that's very similar, but I feel it's Daniel Day-Lewis, My Left Foot. There was that. This is probably more of a character thing than an actor thing, but I think sometimes they can meld together. Is that Daniel Day-Lewis, My Left Foot is very. What's the word? It's not refined. It's not polished. It feels very raw.
Yeah.
Whereas this feels, very sleek, very elegant. Yet, somehow it's very restricted and restrained. It's astonishing. You have to see it, even if it's just for the performance alone, and Felicity Jones, who we will mention in the latter half of this podcast. Well, I will anyway.
You will, yeah.
I want to.
Well, I think we know who I'm going to mention because of the Birdman himself and was the Batman, Michael Keaton, which we don't see enough of him these days, I find.
And that's why Birdman is so
good,
strong,
yeah,
because
he was the perfect actor for that perfect role.
exactly.
They were made for. I mean, I'm not sure whether possibly it was actually thought of ahead. I don't know.
Funnily enough, I saw Birdman and Theory of Everything on the same day, back to back.
Oh, really?
And Birdman I saw first, and I said, well, he's got to win it. He's got to win the Oscar. He is amazing, because there's this great sort of crestfallen, rugged appearance that he has, and he plays the sympathy card very, very well, despite having this sort of cantankerous edge to him, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
But then I watched Theory of Everything, and I was like, oh,
No.
wow, you've just been outdone. But it's a real trump card performance from Eddie Redmayne, and it shouldn't undermine what a good performance it is from Michael Keaton as well. And you're very right to mention it in the same bracket.
And going back to our last episode, I'm going to have to mention Vincent Cassel as well. I think he's always good. Vincent Cassel. He never does anything half-heartedly.
I love him.
And I think
he's
need
a brilliant
to see
actor.
Beauty and the Beast, if nothing else, for him, his performance. Because I personally don't think of him as being an actor that goes into fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, the films that I've seen him in it are quite sort of dark, gritty, very urban dramas. Yeah. So I was very surprised when.
So to see him as a magical prince that transforms into a beast, and when you see the beast talking with Vincent Cassel's voice, you're just a bit taken back, to be honest. But I'm glad. It's like with Ralph Fiennes showing a different side. He's doing comedy, and Vincent Cassel's now doing fantasy. I like to see different actors playing different roles for a change.
It is good when they show that level of diversity, and and I haven't seen the performance, but if what you say is true, then I salute Vincent Cassel for going down that route and exploring something very different, because it's not always an easy choice to do. There are actors who can get stuck in a rut with how they perform and what they create.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to check it out.
Johnny Depp.
For sure. I do love Johnny Depp.
I like Johnny Depp, but I don't like him as much anymore.
He's in a rut.
It's the Lone Ranger, which was the lowest point for me.
Yeah.
We're going back.
Transcendence is poor there as well.
That is very poor. Anyway,
moving on. Let's go to Best Actress then.
Okay.
What would be your chosen performance of the year, the Oscar year?
I'm struggling to think, to be honest. This is terrible.
There have been
many.
Yeah, people have said it's been quite a weak year for the Best Actress category. Yeah. I don't know how wholly I agree on that, because I think there have been some good ones. I know Julianne Moore has, she's going to win it. Basically, that's the feeling that everyone gets. I haven't seen Still Alice. Have you?
No, to be honest, it's the first time I've heard of it.
I think the UK audiences are slightly scuppered because it's a later release date here, I think.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I haven't seen it, but apparently she's a shoo-in. I think Felicity Jones's performance in The Theory of Everything is
once again
wonderful.
Theory of Everything. So.
Yeah, because obviously Eddie Redmayne could have very easily stolen the spotlight, and to a degree he does. But Felicity Jones is given the straight role in a sense that she, it's her story, with another character attached as the main, and she is brilliant in it. She's you connect with her very, very deeply and very, very quickly, which is always a good thing to have as an actor and as a character. So you genuinely feel for her, and you laugh with her, you go with her, and you empathise with all her decisions. So it's a good, solid performance. It's very, very strong. And she should be credited for that, I feel.
Okay. Well, I still need to see that film. I shall attempt to do that very soon. I think the only one that really comes to my mind is Scarlett Johansson for Under the Skin.
That is a very good performance.
I need to watch that film again. I've seen it twice now. but I need to see it again. I swear there's more I've just missed, not just because I've been too absorbed, but I'm pretty. I did before I saw that. I would have said Girl with the Pearl Earring was her best performance, which I know is shocking. I'm not saying Marvel film, but yeah, I think maybe Under the Skin is better.
What about Lost in Translation or Her?
I don't like Lost in Translation, as you know.
Oh.
I forgot even that was her. I don't want to put her in that film. Anyway.
Wow.
And Her, I've not seen.
The podcast may be terminated very soon.
He's going to throw the phone at my head.
Yeah, I think you're right for mentioning Scarlett Johansson. It's almost like a classical, iconic performance. It feels like one of those true old school sci-fi roles, and it's wonderful. It's the casting in it is genius. So we must stress that placing her in the environment of cold, downtrodden areas of Glasgow is a very, very brave and very, very bold move. Not saying that Glasgow is completely like that, but some of the scenes that she is in, obviously we get that sense. And she did get under my skin in the sense that first time I watched it, I couldn't shake it off. I had to go and watch it again. I felt that I needed to do that, and I was just mesmerised by her. She's the femme fatale, and it's just you go with it so much, in the sense that she draws you in, much like all the characters in the film. She draws you in, and it should have been recognised by the Academy, I think.
It didn't, though, did it?
It wasn't, no.
The only thing I don't like, and this is in general, just Scarlett Johansson, is I don't like people being typecast. I feel lately she's becoming the sex symbol of Hollywood.
Do you think that's the case with Under the Skin, bearing in mind a lot of it is about sex?
I think, no, not with Under the Skin, because as far as I'm aware, it wasn't as... The audience wasn't as wide, received by as wide an audience as it was, say, Lucy.
Yeah.
Because there was more appeal for a wider audience, I suppose. But, so I think Under the Skin still stays on a level above other things, like... I think in the Avengers, she's definitely there for... She does fit the role, don't get me wrong, she's perfect for Black Widow, but... You can't help but feel, when the character's in the film, she's in a very tight leather suit for most of it, but she's not allowed on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of wonder why she's there.
I do see your point.
A lot of people don't realise that, she's not on the cover.
The thing with Under the Skin, I like you were saying, is that it does go against that, which is nice, isn't it? And it's good to see. Because, dumping Scarlett Johansson in an independent film like that,
Don't see it coming, really, do you?
I didn't see it coming at all. So, a good change to her previous, recent body of work, perhaps. Should we mention Rosamund Pike? I feel that she deserves some credit.
Why not?
Obviously you're a big fan of Gone Girl.
I'm a huge fan of Gone Girl. This is another one of those moments where you don't want to say too much because you don't want to spoil anything. All I'm going to say is...
What are the strengths of her performance?
She's just so believable, I think. It's one of those films where I forget I'm watching a film because of the performances in it. Whatever people say about Affleck, he's a good actor. He's not as great a director as people seem to think he is. But he is good. And I don't think that there's anyone really in that film that's lacking, but her performance. I think I was mumbling under my breath things I was saying to her when I was watching that film in the cinema, because I just believed it, everything that was going on, and it's a very... I don't want to say it, but see the film, goddammit. Anyone who hasn't seen that film,
that's the point.
Go and see it.
That's the point about the theory of everything. Both the performances are very, very believable, and whereas they're very humane performances, I think Rosamund Pike's performance is, a little bit devoid of any humanism, and that's I don't, teetering on the edge of saying something there, so I'll stop myself. The reason why I don't think she'll be put forward in serious contention for the award is because a lot of it is delivered in voiceover.
Yeah, that is a good point.
And you couldn't.
There's no support. There's no best voice actress, is there?
You could never connect with her. I don't feel it, because you never saw her on screen for a lot of the time, delivering this sort of overarching monologue.
But it does help you get into the mind of Ben Affleck's character, doesn't it?
It does,
because
definitely.
of the way it's done.
Absolutely true. Yeah, and that is a strength of her performance, definitely. But I feel that because of the way the film's structured, I think that does rule her out.
Right.
Sadly.
Well, come on, Scarlett.
It's Scarlett should be up there, I think. But Julianne Moore will win it. I think.
Yeah, well, I think the film's
just
gonna win.
there's so much hype around it. Shall we do supporting?
Yes,
We've
sure.
got time, haven't we?
We have got time.
So, Birdman. I think Edward Norton needs to get a mention because
I think he should win.
exceptional. I think he should win as well.
I think he should win Best Supporting Actor because a lot of that film, he's not just a supporting actor. He's actually the main. That's the main part of his character, though. Also, I do like the fact that he's playing a very obnoxiously big-headed actor.
The beauty of it, is that he's supposed to be the supporting actor, and he tries to steal the scene, and he actually does almost steal every scene.
I think
that
he
is
does
in.
steal every scene he's in because usually the scenes he's in, Keaton is left staring at him.
He's got this enigmatic edge of cool about him, hasn't he? That nothing really bothers him. He's very unfazed by everything, and that's remarkable. It's a great performance from him. He's a very good actor, though.
Yeah.
And I'm not at all surprised. However, he'll probably be beaten to the punch, it seems. And J.K. Simmons is favourite
Really?
for Whiplash. Yeah.
Once again, I've not seen Whiplash, so...
I have seen Whiplash, and his performance is great. He is the most foul-mouthed, toxic tutor anyone could ever wish to have, and he embodies this sense of deluded, twisted power, and he commands the screen physically, and he commands the screen definitely verbally. That's 100% sure. To the point where you're scared at him, and you feel like one of his tortured pupils by the end of it.
Powerful stuff.
But I think Norton should have won it because his performance is more subtle and more delicate for me. Anyone else in the supporting actor category you can think of? I mean, I would drop Ethan Hawke in there just very, very quickly. I think his work on Boyhood was great, but any for you?
Supporting actor? I can't think off the top of my head, so I guess we'll move on to Best Supporting Actress.
Why not? So Best Supporting Actress. Okay, well, for me, Best Supporting Actress has to go to Patricia Arquette.
Okay.
For Boyhood. I think she's the runaway candidate from memory, and she is very, very good. She's the stand-up performer in that film. So she deserves it for me, totally. And I don't think anyone's going to come close to her, really.
No?
It's that good. She's playing this caring, doting mother, and she just gets it absolutely spot on. All the trials and tribulations of motherhood and being a parent, she explores through humour, through tears. She gives us enough to go with her, and that's really great. And I loved her performance in it. I thought she was really, really good.
Well, that's good. I mean, there's two that come to my mind for Best Supporting Actress, actually. Unfortunately, I don't know the one I first want to mention. I don't know her name. She was the added character of The Hobbit. She was added in. The character wasn't in the book. She plays an elf warrior. Warriors. Is that a word? I don't know.
Go with
warrior
it.
woman, either way. I don't know the actress name, but I think it was. I think it says a lot that there's not enough female characters in that
You
film.
did mention this in the previous podcast, actually, and we said that it was good to have a strong female character. So she is the strong female character.
She is the strong female character because. However, I would really would have preferred if she didn't have a romantic subplot. I really would have. I think it does take something away. Although, for once, without trying to spoil too much, there's no happy ending. There is a happy ending, but there's not. So,
well, that's as clear as mud.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. My other nomination would be Zoe Saldana from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yes.
She played Gamora, the green warrior titan, or son of daughter of Thanos.
Another strong female character.
And I'm not ruining anything here. I'm sure. There is a jokey part of Guardians of the Galaxy where you think they're going to do the romantic subplot, and it proves out that by the end of the film, no, they're just friends. Which I did like. I did. Bless you. I did like the joke part. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, yeah.
The sort of trying to pull Gamora that turns out very badly.
Yeah, which is great.
It's
That's
great, yeah.
very, very funny, and she's very funny in it.
I want her to end up with Rocket.
Good lord!
Don't know how that would work, but
not sure what sort of film that is.
Japanese one, I would. Anyway,
that's probably a good point to end. Actually, I feel.
Oh, Rocket's Adventures. No, not gonna. Anyway, so I think that does it for our Oscar talk.
Indeed, yeah.
Is it for you?
Yeah, for me, definitely.
So,
as ever, it's been a pleasure.
Don't forget to let us know what you would pick for your top best picture, best actor, best actress, supporting actress, actor, animated film. I'm pretty sure there's plenty we've forgotten that should be in nominations, but aren't.
Sure, yeah. Let us know what we've missed out on, what we could add on, what we could improve. Just tell us, drop us a line.
Yep, and let us know if there's any topics you'd like us to cover, because we can cover anything from film, TV shows. We're happy to do that. Even I'm happy to do video games if there's stuff to cover there. Anything, just let us know what you think, and leave a comment, subscribe, all that stuff in the bit below. So till then, it's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me. We'll see you soon.
Bye bye.